Yeah, I mean the deep slate will be depleted one block at a time. That is up. Hmm. Well, hopefully it was worth it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I feel like you have to spend a decent amount of money for like actually good headphones, and even then you have to be careful because I don't know. It can I feel like it's one of those things that's really hard to like convey through like a review. Headphones, I feel like, is something you have to like listen to before buying, but that's not really feasible most of the time. Yeah, hopefully that one works out for you then. I would a pair of headphones come with a disk drive. Yeah, 11 from 4, not too bad. What's up, DDR? How you doing? Let me adjust my headset real quick. No long songs yet. You're good. Right, there we go. Ooh. Let's get these blocks dug. Let me just open that. There we go. Okay, that one was worse. I mean, diamonds have already kind of become not very special at this point. I have pretty decent amount. We craft these into more blocks. Yeah. Okay, and then my pickaxe. No, there's no point for that. They're not rare enough for me to care. I've been collecting Deep Slate Coal and Deep Slate Emerald ore. Those are a lot more rare. And plus the diamonds, I think, can actually be useful. If for some reason I ever need to make more pickaxes, or if I want it to be more like a vanity thing, I could start turning some of my beacons into diamond ones. I think it'd be cool to have diamond beacons. Oh, text message, important? Nope. Yeah. I mean, it would be cool if you could get like stronger buffs or more range with better blocks. Like, if you get a full netherite beacon, that thing should be extremely powerful. Okay, well, it doesn't need to be a 32 million by 32 million buff or whatever, but honestly, even like a 500 by 500 would be awesome. Like most people's bases are not normally even that big. So, or maybe even like 1,000, I guess. Because someone who gets full netherite beacon probably actually would have a decently large or spread out base. Okay, let's switch pickaxes. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would just be funny to have diamond beacons, especially considering they aren't any more useful than gold or iron. I don't know if I would even get enough diamonds to replace all my beacons. Probably not, but could be cool. All right. Let's continue. Well, I finished every like stone layer that doesn't have any deep slate. And I'm currently like 55% of the way through the mixed layers of stone and deep slate. The like 7 layers that are in that range. And then after that, we'll be at full deep slate. It will be pretty epic when we reach that. I mean, you could calculate, if you knew how many chunks there are in the world, You could calculate how long it would take. I don't actually know the number of chunks in a Minecraft world. Not doable in one person's lifetime, though, that's for certain. Like, man, sometimes I want a dinner food for breakfast. What can I say? What's up, Ideal? How you doing? Hmm. Is it is it just like a really hard exam? Is it on anything specific, or is it just like general knowledge? I see, I see. Unlucky if it's not enough. You'll be alright. Yeah. I mean, how far along are you into college at this point? Are you almost ready to graduate? Or have you already? I don't even remember. Yeah, I thought you already did. Alright. Makes sense. Good luck. Yeah, I mean, if it was worth a shot, then why not? Okay, so there's a possibility, even if it is a low one. Yeah. Well, there you go. And obviously that means in the meantime, while you wait, it's time for RuneScape or something. Yeah. I mean, the studying's probably what you should actually be doing, but... Yeah, that's also fair. There's been days lately where, like, especially after work, where I'm just like, I just need to chill. I can't do any gaming today. Yeah. Honestly, a lot of days, it feels a little forced to at least get me started on gaming after work. But usually once I get past that initial hurdle, I really enjoy it for the most part. If only I was able to actually sleep after working. I don't think that's possible for me. Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, like the kind of work I do is not really that mentally exhausting. It's, kitchen work. So it's more just like a lot of moving around, a lot of physical work. And then I come home, I'm like physically tired, but I'm mentally still there. So I try to get myself, even if it's hard some days, to do what I want to do. Because it's like I'm not like forcing myself to play for the sake of it. It's like I literally want to play, but I just feel so physically tired that it's hard. It's really annoying. Legit though, I feel like a zombie on the sessions that I stream after my shifts lately. I'm hoping one day it'll get easier, but I don't know, man. I mean, I do think it has been getting easier because I wasn't even able to do streams after work for a little while there. Yeah. Yeah. It's just really annoying because, like, I think there's just some things that just aren't gonna get much easier. Just for the fact that, like, standing for almost 11 hours is just hard no matter what you're doing. Even if you're doing basically nothing, like, you just get tired. Yeah. So, like, yeah, but I'm responsible for taking my breaks. I'm not, like, told when or given a specific time every day to take a break. It's kind of on me to figure out when I can take a break. Partly just because, like, there's just days where, like, if I took a break at the same time every day, things would go bad. Unfortunately, I think just kitchen work, it's kind of hard sometimes to take a break at the same time every day. Just because, like, demand can always change day by day. But, yeah, I'm supposed to take, like, a half-hour lunch, and then 2 15-minute breaks. But it's like, there's a lot of days where I just don't take those 15-minute breaks. Just because, like, I just don't have time. I'd rather leave on time than take the breaks and leave late. If that makes any sense. Yeah. I do try to take, like, a few minutes to just breathe if I really need it, though. But, I mean, it just kind of sucks that, like, I'm not really compensated if I don't take the breaks that I am supposed to take. No. But because I think I think the issue I have is that a lot of people in the kitchen work like 8-hour shifts 5 days a week. So taking the break and leaving a little bit later doesn't feel as bad as when I take one. Like if I leave 15 to 30 minutes late, that means I'm there for 11 hours at that point. Because I work 4 10.5-hour shifts. And then have 3 days off. Just because, like, that's what my specific position needs to be. I do really like having 3 days off. It is nice, but those 4 days are hard. But I honestly prioritize trying to get out of there on time over making sure I take every single one of my breaks. I think overall I do, but like very slightly. I feel like there's a lot of drawbacks to it. I feel like if it was like a computer job, like a sit down job, that would be like way better to do 4 10s. But honestly, I don't think anyone should be working 40 hours a week. That's literally too much work. I think 4 8s is more than enough. Like, no one should work more than 4 days a week and probably no more than 8 hours a day in that system. Like, that should be the equivalent full time. Yeah, I mean, look, if bumping it to only 36 is the only way to actually have people pass the law to make it happen, then that's a start. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Look, if they're only willing to give us 36 instead of 32, you just kind of have to take it at this point because it's not going to get any better. if you stay at 40 plus. I still think it's kind of insane though, that like thinking someone shouldn't work more than 30 hours a week is like controversial. Like obviously there are certain jobs where that's just not really practical, but then those people should be paid accordingly in the new like scale system. So like if 32 hours a week is full time, then that person who has to work more should be compensated even more for that same, like in that same scale. Right, ideal. I should be making minimum wage in Serbia and just be happy and work for 50 hours a week and not have any hobbies or do anything with my life otherwise. Was he actually Serbian? I literally don't even remember. I remember it being like Eastern European. Yeah. I barely even remember the person, like if they're even like like an actual OC player or not. Yeah. It's just a really weird. Like I don't remember all the details, but I just remember him being like very just weird about the whole thing. Like, okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it was just him either. It was like the whole group of people that I remember being associated with him that were just all like basically copy paste internet bullies. But the moment you say anything negative about them, they start freaking out. You know? It was just really funny. Just you push back at all and it just crumbles. Oh well. I hope he is matured and improved as a person. Because I don't really harbor any ill will towards him. Like, he just was grossly misinformed. At least if I want to be charitable. I mean, the guy literally knew nothing about me. And also doesn't understand how wages work in America. Like, yeah, the minimum wage is $7.25, but no one actually pays that in this area. Even children get paid more than that in this area. Like 14-year-olds. But technically the minimum wage in Utah is $7.25. But like effectively it's definitely at least $9 is the lowest I've ever seen anyone pay, and that's for like a teenager working somewhere. Still not high at all, but like definitely not $7.25. I would not work for $7.25. I would like that's just not livable in any way. I don't think there's anywhere in the country you can live off $7.25 an hour and actually be anywhere near a city. I mean, frankly, honestly, these days, probably not livable anywhere. Yeah, you pretty much would have to live off the grid. And even then, I'm not sure if it would be that cheap. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be real. I don't know what a favela is. I just remember there being an OC player named that. Happy Labor Day. Oh yeah, it is Labor Day. Slums. Okay. Makes sense. I mean, it's kind of it can kind of be like that here too, where like the poorer the neighborhood, the greater the chance that there's gangs and gang violence going on. Yeah, that's pretty miserable, but you know, ideal. I feel like a lot of places in America are kind of like this as well. Just not, I think, nearly as bad as Brazil, but definitely could be if we let it. I think it's its own flavor of bad. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we don't do very much to help either, so probably just a matter of time before things just get worse and worse. Hmm. I'm gonna go on a hunch and say that the militias that have power aren't always the nicest and doing well for the people. You know, why doesn't someone ever use something like a militia or a dictatorship to actually be good? Think about this. Yeah. You can't really be a militia power or a dictator without stepping on people first. Like you have to do pretty terrible things to reach that point in the first place. Yeah, and see the thing is like what do you even do at that point when you just have amassed enough power and money to be basically a small nation? Like, at what point do you just become your own, like, nation state type thing? Oh yeah, they should make me a dictator so that way I can get everyone on making concrete. We're investing 100% of the budget into concrete. Parallel states. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly the thing though. It's like they've amassed enough political power and money that they are basically their own thing. And if your country can't do anything to stop them or refuses to do anything to stop them, then effectively they are their own territory. Yeah. That just sounds like it's its own country then. There's not really any difference except for international and legal recognition. That's the only thing they're missing. They're just missing the legitimacy of everyone else. I mean, as far as I'm aware, Brazil's definitely not the only country that has this problem. I mean, I don't know too much about the politics of countries south of the border here of the US, but like, I'm pretty sure Mexico also has this kind of problem too. Where at least parts of the country are basically just run by the cartels. And effectively are essentially the same thing, where they have enough political power and money in their region to essentially be a country in all but name. Yeah. Crazy. I mean, how would you rate the area you live in ideal? I see. I mean, I guess walk through and mass rob you like 8 p.m. God. You hope I get paid for this, otherwise I don't know how you do it. Guys, I think we found Flay's alt account. I think he's back. I mean, technically, I do have subscribers for the channel, so I earn a little bit from this, but... I'm mostly doing it for fun. Honestly, though, Ideal, you probably just did the correct move there. You just gotta kind of just pretend nothing was going on. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty messed up. Oh, where are these guys coming from? Dang. That's pretty crazy, though, just having stuff like that just be normalized in broad daylight. Even if you don't see it happen too often, the fact that you see it at all is crazy. I could never imagine seeing that happen in the area I'm currently in. Oh yeah, teenagers would get more lenient kind of sentencing. That's really messed up. But it does make sense. Like, at least in a normal society, kids are like, you know, they shouldn't be punished as severely as adults. But exploiting them for that fact is truly heinous. No. Absolutely insane. Also, to the person who asked, was like, why am I doing this? It's just fun, man. I promise you, I'm having a good time. It's very relaxing, chilling type activity to do. We're just relaxing, we're chatting, and we're making progress on the big hole in the ground. How much lapis do I have? Like, how much have I mined? Or, like, how much lapis do I have stored away? Because I don't have very much lapis stored away. I don't really need much lapis. What have I done with all the lapis? Same thing as all the blocks in the ground. Just disappears. Again, I don't really need very much lapis at all, so... Okay. Yeah, that's pretty messed up, Ideal. But I guess, unfortunately, just the average day in Brazil. I mean, I hate to say it, though, but, like, still, honestly, a better life experience than some people are experiencing in in the world right now. Which is even more bleak to think about. Not to minimize your guys' suffering at all. It's just really sad to think about how depraved we are as a species. Where the situation in Brazil is not the worst thing happening right now. Bro is digging. Very observant. How are you doing, Frenzy? I may be digging. Might be something I'm working on. Just as a little treat. Doing pretty well. Very nice. And the day off from classes due to Labor Day's clutch. Nine hours of classes on Mondays. Yikes, dude. What are you even doing where you need 9 hours of classes? That's brutal. Last year of an engineering degree. Okay. I think that makes sense, but still. Rough. Very rough. Civil engineer. Sorry, one sec. Also, what's up, Muffin? How you doing? Yeah, and yeah, that's good that it's not 9 hours every day. I figured it wouldn't be, but still. This terrain is kind of funky. Yeah, that makes no sense, Jess. They're actually trolling. Excuse me. Dang, is someone like out to get you or something? Like that makes no sense. God, being rejected by AI after being a top performer sounds like the dystopian nightmare we live in. What's up, Barry? How you doing? Well, don't worry, guys. No AI mining is happening here. This is all real, and I'm definitely a real person and not pixels on your computer screen. Have you tried being more diverse? We know that you are good at what you do, but try being more diverse. It's so simple. Yeah. Surely not everyone will reject you if you truly are a top performer. Excuse me. Oh, YouTube links don't work. It's only Spotify. I can just skip or remove that at some point. I still should look into maybe switching to doing YouTube as the request source. I think the program can only do either Spotify or YouTube Music. Yeah, unfortunately, DJ Sharpnel doesn't have like any of their actually good songs on Spotify. I don't think the program can do just YouTube. Like, I think it's YouTube Music specifically. And I don't know. It's just like, I don't really feel like figuring it out. I'm lazy, man. That's the hardest part. Maybe I can mess with it later today. There's just other things I have to take care of. Unlucky. Honestly, there's a lot of good songs that are just not on Spotify. So, I don't know. Maybe I should just suck it up and switch at some point soon. But yeah, in the meantime, it's just Spotify stuff. The only thing though is that I don't want like I don't want to start having the problem where people just send YouTube videos and it's like not even music and then I have to like deal with that. That's the only thing I don't want to bother with. Is that a geode? I mean, there's plenty of geodes around. One there, one there. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? True. Good request. I'm doing good. Just mining. You know how it is. $16.54. Incredible. I don't know if everyone is aware, but I did reach a second block having 1 million mined. So now we have stone and andesite. Both a million plus. Very nice. And then we have 2 more that are coming up. I am not mining for 26 hours. God. Yeah, that's fortune. Alright, guys. 4 diamonds. Place your bets. How much will I get? You have to guess correctly or you explode. I'm not mining the ones below. I'm just doing 4. Guess no. 6. Did anyone say 6? None of you said 6. You're all gonna blow up. Oh, look at that. Some of you did say 6 after all. Good job, guys. Got some brilliant minds in chat. They just always know the correct number. You made your first guess upside down? Oh. That makes sense. Being a writer in 2025 must be impossible, because, like, people can't even read anymore. We don't do that anymore here. So, wait, how long is this? I did not realize you requested something this long. Oh boy. That's alright. What was this? Yeah, that Maklo is always just finding the weirdest side quest to work on. Man, I hate how common of a response that is. Like, I get the reason that is said, but like, it's just sad. Yeah, no, I mean, like, it's sad because it is true, but it's also like, it's just sad in general. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually get paid a $1 billion for this. It's true. One whole $1 billion. Ah, so we're cooked. We have been for a while, true. I mean, we've been literally cooked for the last couple decades because of global warming, but global warming. Sorry, I shouldn't be talking about obvious hoaxes on stream. I'm really glad we came up with AI right when we really need to do everything in our power to not use up all the resources on our planet and cause a climate catastrophe. And we're just only accelerating it. It's definitely a good thing that we're doing this. We should ask the AI to stop global warming. There's no irony in this. I think literally the only way we're gonna ever save ourselves is if we, instead of doing the right thing, which is, you know, reducing our usage of the stuff that is killing our planet, we just create a new technology that basically reverses the effects. I think that might be the only way we save ourselves. We would rather create a solution Like we'd rather create something to solve the problem rather than just doing the thing that would just make it easier, which is stop polluting the planet. Just create a new planet. I think nuking half the planet could solve the problem. I mean, if we just nuke the planet enough to cause a nuclear winter, then we've solved global warming, right? Also, how is global warming real if there's snow outside? Riddle me that. I mean, not right now. Well, I mean, there is snow on the mountaintops, but that's pretty normal. But I just meant like that's an actual argument conservative people will use. Be like, there is snow outside right now. How is global warming real? Honestly, Frenzy, it's really hard not to think about all the problems that we've created for ourselves without legitimately feeling despair. Yeah, it's like hurricanes and tornadoes and stuff, thunderstorms being more frequent is an effect of global warming. Yeah. I try not to talk about it too much on stream though, because, you know, I am a person who does find like politics and history interesting. So I already feel like I've done my fair share of being like just feeling despair before I load up Minecraft. You know, it would be nice to escape it a little bit. Even if really we should be doing more about these kind of things. Everything is politics. Block digging is politics. It's true though. Not this again. No, no, no. We're not gonna start this again. No, 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 no. We're not gonna start block politics. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. Truthfully, I always try my absolute best to see some positivity even when I know everything around me is currently burning to the ground and there's not much I can do to stop it. Because if I don't bring some positivity into my life, I think it would be very bad and not end well for me. I don't want to go down a rabbit hole of despair. Yeah. I do my best to not be ignorant of what's going on, but I also have to force myself to pull back and be like, I need to focus on the things that matter to me in the very moment, the people around me, the things I'm doing, and focus on things that make myself happy. That is that is that is how I try to cope with it all. Yeah. No, but I don't think I ever do that, I think. I mean, being positive to the point of like it being toxic feels so ingenuine to me. It's kind of frightening anytime I see someone do that. Like I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that everything's fine or that everything will be okay. It's a balance of not being ignorant, but also not falling into despair. Impossible? I don't think it's impossible, but it's very, very difficult for sure. I feel like it's the balancing act I keep in my mind going every day. Because at least like if I truly wanted to, I could just focus on everything that goes on. But like I think it would be a big detriment to my mental health if I did it. I need to make sure I stay grounded in the reality that's right in front of me. Hello, table tennis issue. What is up? But you know, I do try to think about the things that are going right in my life, you know. All things considered, I think I'm actually at a really good point in my life in terms of my personal happiness and things going my way, even if not everything that is going on in the country is good or in the world. Gonna get an MRI shoulder on Wednesday. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. Yeah. I think it's things like that that really keep me going, where it's like, despite all the bad things going on around me, there are things that I look forward to, and people that I care about, and people that care about me, and just that kind of thing where it's like, yeah, food on the table, strong relationships, successful YouTube channel, good job prospects, yeah. And those are all things you should be grateful for, appreciative of, even if it's hard to sometimes when you think about everything else that goes on. Yeah. Still though, it's it can be hard to realize that fact where like things are going okay, but we really need to work on making things better for ourselves still, but also everyone around us too. It's really just on us, like as a species, that not everyone lives relatively comfortably or like have a relatively happy life. If we so chose, we could do this for ourselves. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, please guys, don't trauma dump about your entire life into Twitch chat. It's not really a good idea. I mean, I feel like I shouldn't have to say it, but like, I mean, yeah, but also not that many people know you, Jeff, so you still have the chance to not share more than you already have. There's some things I don't mind sharing about my life, but yeah, it's not good to share literally everything. I feel like from what I've seen, a lot of younger people online don't seem to understand internet safety. I feel like I've seen a lot of younger people like just not adhere to the like don't share like personal things online, like don't say your real name and stuff like that. They were never taught it. It's just insane to me. It's like I grew up on an internet culture where like you just don't share personal information unless strictly necessary or you feel like it's not identifying enough for it to matter. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I mean, I honestly think if I needed to give these websites like my physical ID, like a government issued ID or whatever, just to be able to use it, I am not going to be using that platform anymore. And if that's literally every website, then like, I don't know, I guess I just gotta find something else to do with my life that isn't the internet. It was a good run, right? I mean, there are other interests that I kind of always put off because I just have the internet and gaming to distract me, but you know, if I don't have access to the internet at all times anymore, maybe I can actually finally start doing other things I want to do or might have its interest in that I haven't given more attention to. Yeah. I mean, maybe I could finally start diving into a bunch more history books and actually start really, really diving into history and learning everything that I want to. Or just read more books in general. I used to actually like reading when I was younger, but I pretty much never do that now. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I just don't really understand why people just kind of give up rather than try to do at least what they can in terms of just not giving up literally all of their information to these companies. Like, why would you give these companies all your information? There's not really any benefit to you for that. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, but like seriously though, it's not like gonna just be limited to those types of websites. It's gonna be everything. And then it's like at that point, it's just like it does I don't understand why we, at least in the name of child safety, have to give up our IDs rather than just not have the kids use these websites. Like actually be a real parent for once. No, no, I know it's not actually about child safety, but that's the excuse they give, and it's like, it's such a flimsy, weak excuse. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They start with those websites because it's the easiest thing to villainize and target. Think about the children. No, I don't think I will. I think the people who are making these decisions might be the ones thinking about the children a little too much. Like, we really need to not let these kind of like problems take over. True. All children should actually be curb stomped. True. No, but like it's just I don't understand why so many people just let these companies just be like, "Hey, insert your ID or give us all the information that you're willing to give." And they're like, "Okay, I'll give you everything." I don't understand the benefit. Why do I have an 18-year long tutorial? Yeah. I mean, yeah, the benefit is literally just all for them and none for us. And it's frustrating because it's like how do people just not see this? There's just so many things that I see that are wrong and I'm just like, does no one else see this? Like am I crazy? It's truly baffling sometimes. They're just too lazy, but like I don't understand. I'm a lazy person, but there's some things where it's just like it's easier to not give them your information. How is it lazier to give them your information? Ignorance is bliss. Oh man, yeah. Anyways, I don't think I want to get too heated on this because I definitely feel like I could start just I could just start ranting and raving about these kinds of things. But I'm trying my best not to. It's very easy to get heated because it just feels like it feels so obvious that these things are wrong, and yet people just don't do anything to stop it or not participate in it. Oh, I skipped. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I should focus on Minecraft. I've actually just kind of not been even processing what I've been doing in Minecraft. I'm almost done with this whole row here. On the last layer here for this section. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. We definitely are not moving away from AI. At least as a society. You know, Frenzy, if you dug through the VODs long enough, you definitely would find sections of the streams where we did exactly that, where I just start talking about politics, and it's like I do, like I said, have like a pretty strong interest in politics and government history, but it's like it's just I don't always think that's a good idea to talk about on a Minecraft stream. It's not the most relaxing thing to talk about. I mean, yeah, that's for sure. Like whenever I talk politics on this stream, almost never has it actually gone terribly. But it is just one of those things where it's like, even if everyone agrees with me, it's still kind of like, I don't know if I want to consistently talk about it, especially not every stream. Yeah. Well, shoot, I guess I gotta become a top Minecraft streamer and then start saying things that are very obvious, like, uh, they are doing bad things right now. Perhaps we should stop doing the bad things. Guys, I think we should have human rights. And then there'll be some dude who's like, you know, I agree with this statement, but I think some humans should get more rights than others, you know? That's just what I'm talking about. There will always be a guy who flips your argument no matter what. Especially when you have that many people watching. There'll definitely be someone who will just flip everything you say and be like, this is a good argument. Yeah, my bad. I think we should have... I don't know, man. It's just so broken. Does the chicken have a name? No, there's a lot of chickens. Chicken 10. Here, let's see if we can get another one. Dude, I swear, my luck with eggs has been terrible the last 2 streams. We're hitting the 3.5% again. I don't think so. Here, I'll show you in a moment. There's a lot of animals that have gotten stuck in the walls as I've mined down. It's not just chickens. Alright, let's see how many of them I can find. There's one that I found recently. There's this one block gap here where there is a chicken just in here. Just all by himself. And I guess it'll stay that way. But there's a lot that are stuck in like 1x1 or 2x1 gaps. See if I can find any. I think there's like a pair of sheep that are up here. Yep, there's 2 sheep over here. Here, let's make it daytime. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah. Oh yeah. Here's a pig in a 1x1 over there. And then another pig over here. There's a wolf up here. I didn't even know about that one. I think there might be an animal in here. No, doesn't look like it. But yeah, there's just animals all over the walls if you look hard enough. And then there's like a bunch of chickens on the outskirts of these areas. They just love being lined up on the walls. Yeah, like there's a ton here. 34 eggs in that stack. Okay. Here, let's just get even more. Dude. Oh yeah, and even more there. But yeah. Yeah. Everyone's definitely gonna clap when Chicken 10 comes up in the credits. How many chunks I've mined so far? Technically 0. Because I've mined everything down in layers so far. But, like, in terms of the actual number of blocks I've mined, we're basically at 50%, if not actually a little over at this point. Yeah. But, we're, like, in terms of time, we're only, like, maybe 20% of the way there, by the way. Because stone is an insta-mine block, deep slate is not. So we got a lot to go. What if you flip the chunk on its side? What if you flipped a burger in a chunk? We're asking the real questions now. What if we had a chunk burger? Do I get excited when I hit Granitor and can insta-mine it? Yeah, I mean, it definitely is a small dopamine burst. But I actually do enjoy mining deep slate too, so... But, when I do reach full deep slate, I am gonna switch to... Did I ever forget the BPM? Dude, I completely forgot. But when I reach full deep slate, I am going to switch to doing it chunk by chunk. So I will actually be able to say that I've mined more than 0 chunks at some point pretty soon. Yeah, it can't be higher than 155, if I remember correctly. So it has to be between 150 and 155. I need to... Even 153 is off. Yeah. I mean, it's possible that unfortunately it might just be like a decimal BPM. Like, it's just not gonna line up to anything exactly. But it's roughly in that range. Someone needs to, like, remind me to actually check stuff like that after stream. I always keep forgetting that I want to check stuff like that, but I forget literally every time. I need to check BPM of Deep Slate. I need to figure out a lot of things. Am I gonna make this experience into a YouTube video that gets 10 million views? No, because I can't edit videos, and I also don't know how to make it entertaining. Although I guess if anyone might have the experience to do that, you might. I don't really know how to make this into. I mean, I don't think honestly anyone cares about this to that level. I'm just kind of chilling doing my own thing, you know? I don't really know how to clickbait this or make this super engaging. I'm not a super high energy guy. This Minecraft streamer spent 2,000 hours mining nonstop. Here's why. Yeah, shoot. Maybe you make the video frenzy. You just discuss how this guy has gone completely off the deep end and just spends 2,000 hours talking about politics while mining Deep Slate. No, but like, it's just one of those things where I'm just like, this guy completed OC and then spent 2,000 hours mining Deep Slate. True. 1.92 million hours of footage. Hey, look, it's only like 600 hours. It's not that bad. But yeah, truthfully, I just don't really know how to make this super engaging. If you have any tips, I'm all ears, but I don't actually truthfully know what I could do beyond what I'm doing now, which is kind of just chill, talk to chat, have music requests, and just kind of do my thing. Yeah. And yeah, obviously you don't actually need me to make this into a video. It's I don't as far as I'm aware, you don't make Minecraft content anyway. I'm sure you have another 100 OC videos lined up. Minecraft is so saturated. It really is. And I think that's another issue. It's just like everything that's been done in Minecraft has been done. There's only so much you can do to make it unique or interesting without spending an obscene amount of time and effort into actually making something interesting and unique. Everything easy has been done, or everything's relatively simple. If you were to expand your content, you would dive into video essays about indie shows or games. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, if you think about it, this is basically an indie game. So it wouldn't be too much of a stretch. Yeah, no bias in that opinion, Ideal, for sure. I don't know if I've watched The Amazing Digital Circus. It's ton of interesting characters. I think that show in particular has a problem of like it is a very interesting story, but literally everyone who watches it isn't able to articulate it in an interesting or in-depth way, actually being able to analyze it. But yeah, I have seen it. It is actually very interesting. I mean, I was already a fan of Gooseworks for a little while before they made that show. So it was really cool seeing that kind of thing come to fruition and like actually being good. It's very rare something gets a lot of views like that and actually is interesting and compelling. I feel like most things that get viewage like that turns out to be slop, especially these days. Yeah. Yeah, and honestly for me it's one of those things where it's like I think some things definitely went over my head the first time I went through it. You kind of need to, at least maybe for you it's easier, but at least for me I had to rewatch it to get more out of it, like understand it more, or just like pick up on things I didn't see the first time or understand the first time. Yeah. I mean, I've always just been a pretty big fan of like online animation, or specifically animation produced by people who predominantly work in the internet sphere rather than like TV network or whatever, or like Hollywood. Like another show that I really enjoyed because it was made by people who are really like well known on like Newgrounds and stuff was Smiling Friends. It was just cool seeing something that's more akin to like a Newgrounds animation being like an actual popular TV show. And like it's actually pretty good. Fair enough. I think it's definitely not the same thing as TADC. That's for certain. But I personally like both kinds of shows. Yeah, man, I used to just when I was like literally like 8 or something, maybe even younger, I would just open Newgrounds and just watch stuff that I definitely was too young to be watching and playing old Flash games. No, I used to love watching the animations on there, even though I didn't really understand them. And looking back at them, I'm like, I definitely should not have been watching that. Oh yeah, I don't think I ever was ever into SMG4, but I can appreciate their success. I think they've done a very good job from what I've seen. I haven't really given any of the other shows on Glitch much of a try, but I definitely have heard good things about the other shows that are on there. Yeah, I mean, it's possible it was just not, you're just not the target demographic for that anymore. But yeah. Hold on, let me drink some water. Excuse me. Yeah. It feels really strange for that show to be labeled a kid's show when it very clearly isn't. Look, sometimes you just have to kill one project to make another project succeed, I guess. That is true, Muffin. Yeah, I don't know. Murder Jones didn't seem immediately appealing to me like TADC was. Doesn't Glitch have another show coming out pretty soon, if not already? Shouldn't be allowed to lay down after lunch. The food coma's killing ya. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I still haven't watched Gaslight District. I just haven't had a lot of time to watch stuff in general. I also just don't watch as much like online animation as I used to when I was much younger. I'm so old now, man. Gaslight didn't immediately appeal to you as TADC did. Yeah. I mean, maybe truthfully just TADC was just written a lot better than most other things. Also, another row looks to be complete. Very nice. Love to see it. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna do the thing that I did last time. I'm gonna now go this direction. This direction is shorter, so... let's get chunk border out real quick, just so I know... Oh. Just so I know where I'm going for a moment. And then right here, and then we can turn that off. Honestly, you should just do it. If you really have a passion for it, go for it. Especially if you feel like you have something actually interesting to say. I've only ever watched like a few analysis or discussion type videos, and I feel like I haven't actually watched one that was particularly good. Just have to ignore the shippers. Yeah, I mean, if I remember correctly, Gooseworks basically said something like, nothing wrong with the shipping, but like, at least like in the story, I don't think there's anything really going on romantically between the characters. Oh, banger alert. Can you just say one of the coolest parts of following TDC seen all the animators? Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, those videos are awesome. I do like seeing all the videos that come out as the episode releases being like, this is what I worked on animation-wise. Those ones are good. Also, what's up, Wispy? How you doing? Oh. Oh, there's a bunch of chickens right there. Enjoying Labor Day, just chilling at home. Feel that. Same here. Oh man. I think the only other thing I can really add on to what we were talking about earlier is I just hope TADC actually has like a satisfying ending. It would be such a shame if it was built up and then just failed at the last moment. I mean, personally though, I'm trying to think of like how you would end a story like that, and I'm just like, I don't know what you could do that would actually be satisfying. But like, I don't know, man. I mean, having them actually be able to escape would be cool, but I'm not sure if that's actually would be the most satisfying or best ending. Or if that's what they would even go for. Need more Kinger backstory. I mean, I think he's easily my favorite character. No doubt about that. Oh man, yeah, that definitely is insane considering, you know, Jax literally exists. Like that character is awful, even if he's super damaged as a person. Oh, yeah, I mean, you should stop using Reddit in general. I think that would make you happier. There, one sec. I also just hope the next 3 episodes don't take too long to release, because I do want to see more, but obviously animation takes time. Yeah. Yeah, I honestly I've had very little interaction with that community in general, aside from like random videos. I should just start watching every Deltarune theory, even though I've never played Deltarune or Undertale. Don't know anything about it. Oh yeah, my bad. Wait, I gotta catch up on my FNAF lore. I love Five Nights at Freddy's. That's my favorite video game. I did not mean to swap my tool. What are my thoughts on Papyrus Night Theory? Oh, I really love. Has he tried ever going out in the daytime, perhaps? I'm gonna be real. I don't even know who Papyrus is. I've heard that name for one of the characters, but I literally don't know which character that is. Sans' brother. He has a brother. That is news to me. Yeah, like, truthfully, I don't know very much about Undertale at all. Or Deltarune, or just anything relating to that. All you can say is Juicy Big you play Undertale for 3 years straight, and once you finally regret not doing it sooner. It's just like, I think a game like that is just not really what I'm interested in general. I'm not really a big story game kind of guy. I'm sure it's a great game, and I'm sure if I actually tried it, I would like it, but I just don't think I want to invest time into that right now. And personally, I'm fine being the guy who's like 20 years late to a game. Technically, Deltarune's not finished, buddy. I think. It's gonna be so sad when you disappear from my life in a few days when Silk Song comes out, going. No one will be able to reach you or contact you. No more procrastination, Frenzy. Thank you for tuning in. Good luck on your studies and your homework. And good luck with your 9 hours of classes on the rest of your Mondays. Alright, sounds good, man. I can't believe you're gonna quit your job just to play Silk Song.
Yeah.
Thank you for the follow, Frenzy. Thanks. Mhm. What? Let me look for something real quick. Gonna throw something in the queue myself. Good snoring. How you doing? Just woke up. What time is it for you? Three PM. Um, yeah, it seems like a reasonable time to wake up. Isn't this deep sleep bit hard in my teeth? It's worth the pain. It's just too delicious. I cannot resist. No, we don't like moss. We don't like it. I don't think I will be doing this. I believe you were tricking me. I believe I am being deceived. Well, do I have news for you then? Alright. Making good progress today. Hold on 1 second. All right. Okay. I think that is going to be all for today, guys. I got other things I gotta take care of today, and I am getting pretty hungry. It is lunchtime. Pretty good session today, though. I think we did pretty well. But yeah, it is time. I should be back tomorrow, but it's probably gonna be nighttime stream because